sacred corner of calm. You can call me Goddess Sheba, and this reading is for whenever you see it. Before you doze off, be sure to, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button if this is your first time or second, whatever, being here. Also, you can use the links down below to support the channel. But let's go ahead and get into the angel's wisdom that you have for this month of May. I like to, I'm just doing it for, in the interest of, it being May the 1st when I'm doing this. But like I said, this is a reading for whenever you see it. We can always use wisdom, right? So I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling. And the first question we have is, what energy will support my financial and creative abundance this month? What energy will support my financial and creative abundance this month? Let's see what we get. Just trying to see like what wisdom is here. Just like what energy will be popping up. And by creative abundance, it's an energy of, I always talk about the different ways. Like there's a million different ways some a level of abundance can reach you. So it's all about, personal goal. I've heard this quote before too. As many ways, or as many people as there are on the planet, there's that many ways to, get a certain amount of money or a certain level, a certain way to go towards or to have success. So it's not a specific way that only one person has. Or I think I'm hearing this from, I can't remember. It's like a book that's talking about creating your own path and not walking in anybody's footsteps. Oh, The Pathless Path. That's what it is. Oh, wow. Okay. This one just flipped over. The Pathless Path. As I talk about that. But this one is the number 28, which says, building blocks. Building blocks. So the energy that is supporting your like prosperity in many different ways this month is building blocks. So maybe that's just looking like you building something for yourself, or a different level of taking it step by step, doing one thing at a time in order to get the end that you desire. But the essential meanings is just talking about a strong foundation and something that's like a beautiful work in progress. So even when like, if you can kind of see the scar, it's kind of parts of her is like covered up or like blocked up, so you can still see like the beauty of what it will become. But there's a lot of there's a lot that isn't done yet, you could say. So even the structure that she's standing on, you can see that too. It's looking like it is becoming something and things are still falling into place, right? But there's an energy of just still building, things coming into fruition, and having the patience. That does take a lot of patience, as well. Not everybody, I guess, is up for that, but that is a part of what it takes in order to reach any level of success. Even if you're a sculptor, if you mess up, you don't have to get rid of the whole structure. You can reshape from wherever you are. So but that's the essential meaning. It's just like you're building a very strong foundation, but you have you already have everything that you need, right, in order to cultivate an extraordinary life. And this is the time when you are focusing on what needs to be on the foundations that you're building upon. So whatever your work, your relationships, and just your very being right now, they are underwritten by your values, what are your ethics, and just your core beliefs, right? So how you are carrying yourself in anything is how you carry yourself in everything. I believe in that as well. And just as far as your prosperity and your creative abundance, like I said, even foundation. All of these blocks are important to the foundation, right? But they play a different role. So there's many creative things that you can use in order to, support you at this time. Creative ways that are coming upon you to, have abundance of blessings. Like I said, we constricted as humans to maybe, see one method. Like if you're just looking as if you need this one blue block to complete you, not realizing that there's other things around you, surrounding you, that can help you out as well. Hello to the chat. So, as far as your prosperity, you have everything. Like I said, you have everything that you need to turn iron into gold. That is definitely, hinting at that alchemical energy. The, being an alchemist, turning anything that you, even if it's not iron, even if it's just lead, now it's the time to build on the strong foundation that you have already laid out, and just keeping in mind that these building blocks are embedded with your energy, imbued with your intentions, right? So you own every part of your dreams, and you always have to remember that you have more than enough, and you are always enough. So, not limiting yourself. Abundance is so ever present, and your creativity is also very, inspired. That's why I said creative abundance. Whatever can lead you, create whatever creatively that you can come up with that can lead you to somewhere. This is the design of your life taking place, and you are meant to be a divine creator. Like creative energy is what this is all about, using your consciousness in order to, see how your life is going to take shape in order for you to, help and service the world. So when you are in service of the world, you can already guarantee that you are meant for success. So, what, let's see, let's get another card and see what opportunities could you be open to, like increasing your prosperity, like what opportunities are coming your way, or, what energy is coming your way that's increasing your prosperity. Okay, so the card that flipped out is a leg up. Kind of gives me that energy of, getting a leg up in the game, or like something taking place, something that you're doing like spiritually, mentally, is giving you like a head over your competition, where, a lot of people maybe they think they're competing with you, but you're more than what just meets the eye. And if you're connecting with that, the number 34, which is the number 7, so we had 2, 8, and a 7, 10 and 7, but the energy of, just a leg up kind of gives me that mental, I'm not sure, it gives me that mental energy of, like getting ahead over your competition, like not in a way of, doing it in a spiteful way, but, genuinely being better. It's kind of giving me that polar bear energy of, the strongest survive, type of energy. And you do have to be mentally, you have to have mental agility in order to, have this leg up or receiving divine help. This is what this card is about, being interdependent on, something else out there in the universe to be looking out on your behalf, whatever you see that as being, right? And you've come to a point where going at it alone is like really not optimal for you anymore. I don't know if you can even see this. Like I said, that energy of something on being on your side. Even thinking about this polar bear, there's actually a face right there. Can you see it? Let me know in the comments if you can see it. But like I said, the divine looking out for you, and realizing that life has a way of presenting you with the perfect people to align with you that can give you a leg up, a spiritual leg up, by doing something that's creative and unconventional. I want to take this time to, plug a reading of mine that I have. It's a reading that you get doing something creatively that can put you ahead of quote unquote competition, right? Um, just by putting you like in a positive state of mind. We all know that's why you're here. To have positive things said to you when you're going off to sleep, because it is this just watching this video is giving you a leg up, right? And knowing like how important it is when you're going to sleep to watch positive things, and that is something that essentially is giving you a leg up already. But now is the perfect time to seek advice from a mentor or an advisor, spiritual, business wise, anything like that, anything that you need to really take it up a notch. um, um, the bridge in between where you are and where you want to be, that is bridged with knowledge. It's not always bridged with you know just doing more work. Sometimes it's bridged with looking at leaders and seeing how the people who are obtaining things, obtaining their desires, how are they doing it? And if they have a specific way, it is important to get advice from them to get to where you want to be as well. Like I said, it comes with knowledge, right? And whatever way help comes to you in the areas of your life where you need a boost, the trick is to accept the aid that is so freely given. So even just liking videos like my video right now, if you're receiving help, it is so important to to accept that, and to give an even exchange, so you can be open to even more abundance. It's not even just about what you're doing for me. I don't do it for the likes because I don't care. I don't get caught up on that whole thing. I know people are watching and being helped, and that's plenty, but that is a giver energy and a receiving energy that is going off in you. you know it's something free to do, so it's not like it's doing anything for you or me either. It's just a signal to the universe of how you are a person that gives, and you are a person who also likes to receive. And that spirit, that energy, is something that looks out for people like you. And you see how this bear is using their mama bear as like a leg up. That's sometimes what you need, like a divine leg up. And being that person in the shadows, like you're the type of person who is, you have to be able to embrace that interdependence, the teamwork. It takes a lot for me to even do this live stream. Like, it took somebody to create the app, and I'm thankful for whoever did that. It takes you watching it. That gives me a sense of fulfillment, and I'm thankful for you. That's all being interdependent on each other. That's how miracles happen for you and me. And now is such a time for all of us to be, more supportive of each other and more accepting of miracles. And that's how you allow in, prosperity. I can definitely say that, people who shape your mind and are of good counsel to you will aid you in your prosperity. And it may also be the case where, some endeavors you've outgrown or you are growing, but it's time for new mentors at that time. So there's definitely anybody in any new sector that you're going into, someone else that's there that'll be available to give you a leg up. And always knowing how to accept help and trusting it when it appears. Being able to access that is like what you need in order that you can, take those steps towards such a big dream. So the perfect people always arrive at the perfect time. And that's something that can, you can use to assist you at this time. Even if it's just angels, like the reading is based on, even if it's just spirit, that may be exactly what you need in order to get ahead, right? So let's see, what mindset or habit do you need to allow in order to, really increase your flow of wealth, of prosperity, of whatever you're looking for, wisdom, anything. I don't speak Hindi. Maybe the captions can turn Hindi, I'm not sure. But the reading is done, like, I send you a link from YouTube, so you will have live captions in order to island. I'm saying I want to see what type of energy. I like this. It's like a 7, 9, 8, 10. Higher numbers. I always love those. It's like the energy of higher levels of completion, finishing out cycles, being more complete. I feel like in other corners of the internet space, you may be more used to, having to work in order to feel like you're something, or to be somewhere, or to go somewhere, or to, have a level of value or worth. But really, being over here, I kind of get the sense that the people who are finding this randomly, however you're finding it, you really have a change in the mind where you are already that what you are seeking to be, but you're just now looking for external confirmations wherever you can find them. And that's not a bad thing. Like, what could be, bad about going to sleep and being relaxed and, enjoying things? Nothing. That's why people even like you, as smart as you may be, as spiritual as you may be, as like however great you are in the world, it does take a lot to go the distance, right? This shit's at the bottom of the deck. It does take a lot to like run the journey of life, and there are certain things where you may need a message. Maybe it's a message from the divine. Maybe it's just some sort of energy that is just comforting. So that's why I do stuff like this, because I think it's great for that. But just getting into the energy of the treasure island, about what do you need to have, the energy that you need to have in order to allow a greater flow onto you is the energy of law of attraction, bringing dreams into fruition, and just the results of positive thinking made manifest. So yeah, you needing a mindset change completely. The attitude of gratitude will serve you very well. And I know immediately a lot of people, when they hear the attitude of gratitude, they may say, well, there are many other people who have more to be thankful for than me, and that's why I'm gonna tap you right on your hand and tell you you're off if you're thinking like that immediately. If someone says something about something positive and you go to the negative, you need to analyze that way of thinking, and that could be a reason why the results that you're looking for, the positive thinking, in order to be made manifest, you have to think it first, right? So abundance appearing as if it's from nowhere, that's the energy that is coming unto you. Financial gains and the sharing of good fortune, because you've worked hard and you've acted upon your unwavering belief in abundance, and there is the energy of suddenly hitting the jackpot, right? And it's kind of feeling like you uncovered this like map that's like buried in treasure. It's kind of crazy because this card I kind of showed was like the same energy of getting something, pulling something out of thin air, out of nowhere, and being able to trust your intuition that's leading you somewhere, and hitting that X mark the spot energy, just because of golden opportunities, or like I said, spirit looking out for you, or being in the right place at the right time, building what you need. Things happen as if miraculous energy, but that's all humans can say in order to make you understand what they mean by the word miracle or miraculous. Like, it's something that I can't describe, but it happens, and it can happen for anybody. Yes, you and me and anybody, it just takes those right formulas. So positive thinking is a formula, being open is a formula, allowing is a formula, attraction. All of these things, if you're learning about them or just know about them, it's so important to tap into that. So as far as your prosperity, don't forget to enjoy your energy, share it, especially since what you know without a shadow of a doubt, you know that this is a mental thing, right? So if you found this treasure mentally, you would want to lead other people to that treasure mentally, because you know that it doesn't take anything away from you, right? So it takes nothing away from me to tell you how divine you are listening to this, and how amazing, and how things are going to go well from you. That takes nothing away from me. That's why I do it so freely. You understand? So you doing it, maybe you're doing it in your own way. Maybe it's more scientific, or this is science, but maybe it's in a or, whatever it is, however else you're increasing other people's prosperity, doing it for them increases it for yourself as well. So, like I said, leading other people to the treasure, this isn't something that you have to be stingy of. It's funny that this is on the number 9 because 9 is about completion. 9 is about completion, right? So, if 9 is about completion, like I said, it takes nothing away from you to give other people this sort of completion that you found, the happiness, the joy, the knowledge that you found that changed your life so profoundly. Maybe you're teaching something, like literally, that can bring you a lot of prosperity. There's always somebody looking to learn something, and they're not doing it in the most traditional methods. So, at this time, you can be very confident that success is yours and that your ideas are all hitting the mark, right? And that, you're in a true manifestation period where you will see the evidence of, any seeds of prosperity that you planted. Remember, always reminding yourself that these seeds of prosperity are mental first. Everything is mental first anyway, but any seeds of prosperity that you're sowing, they have to go, in the mind first. And, this appearance of this card is, indicating that your dreams and aspirations are aligning with, just a concrete sign of prosperity coming in. And it's coming in, this world in some form of prosperity. That's why I mentioned, creative abundance at the beginning of the reading, just letting you know that, there's many ways for things to fall into place for you. So this is a very auspicious time and fortunate time just for any creative business, any creative projects, whenever your inspiration strikes you. Like I said, also teaching, doing things, maybe you're learning something, making a business from that, and then teaching that to other people as well, because there's no reason to be, stingy. Teaching other people, you can't service every client in the world anyway, so you might as well teach other people how to do what you do, so they can help as much people. I'm getting tongue-tied, but it's important to teach other people to do how you do, because you can't be the only teacher of that thing in the world. So even that, your generosity and gratitude is leading you now. You're not living in that fear of separation or competition or scarcity, fear, lack. So let's go ahead and let's get an angel number. We're doing an angel reading. Let's get an angel number. Okay. The number 222. Alignment. 222. Wow. Everything is really falling into place for you. That's the perfect number to come out. Even with that building blocks, everything falling into place. I'm all about alignment, the right time, the right place, the right people. Will get you everything that you need. I really feel like it's that divine concoction of, right place, right time. All of these right things just falling into place for you that leads you on your treasure island journey. That's how you get there. And, it's not something that you can really map out. That's why I said, maybe reading the Pathless Path book is something that you want to do, just to let you know that, divine connection makes everything in life so much more beautiful. Knowing that there are higher things beyond you, beyond the meaningless things of life, beyond the competition, beyond the government, beyond, it's an unbeatable, unfightable thing, and that connection is very deep. And this is a very welcome call to find harmony in all aspects of your life, in your body, seek balance. In your body, seeking to balance your mental, emotional, and physical needs. Socially, trying to find your way in that, in the aspects of personal relationships that you actually personal satisfaction from your relationships. Even if your typical relationships aren't, working out in the traditional way, there are other ways, many other ways to seek and have healthy community. Maybe it's just commenting on, more forums or on videos that things that you want to be actually included in. So there's always a way to build some sort of, harmony in your life and have connection. And even if you're having like the harmony within your own like intentions within yourself, there's harmony to being there's a harmony that is found between building a solid foundation and remaining open to growth and change. This is literally what this is saying. It's crazy that this building the solid foundation is coming up again, especially, that's what this whole reading is being about. And also, being different, going on your own path, going on your own journey to find your specific treasure. So embrace it, embrace every part of life, embrace the duality, embrace the cycles and every part of the journey. So a little more on this card. The alignment energy is here on various levels. Like I mentioned, spiritual, mental, emotional, social. There's so many ways that you can find harmony. And so many ways. So connecting your inner self to something higher, like we kind of talked about, especially with this phase will not leave me. Okay, it's really like popping out to me, like having that just connection to something higher. Like I said, it's deeper. It feels bigger than you. It's amazing. Reaching out or being accepted to others, like, so that sort of connection on a personal level as well coming back up. Like maybe you are wanting, you found love within and now you want to share it. You may want to share it in a community. Maybe you're a teacher of kids, or maybe you're finding some sort of way to impact people in some sort of way that is positive, so that you're not only finding that love within, but showing other people how to find it as well. Maybe you're teaching energy work, because people really don't know about that, and a lot of that is linked to why people are not healthy. So maybe you're teaching something that's really important but really unknown. Let me know down below if that's you. You can just let me know by putting the number 222 #222. But yeah, striking a balance that works for you. And your affirmation is, my life is a consistent blessing. My life is a consistent blessing. The number 222 means my life is a consistent blessing. Wow. So everything that you need is already within you. Your words are the spells, your actions are the rituals, and your belief is the key that you need in order to step into your magic. So with that being said, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. You can like the video, you can use the subscribe button, and also any links down below. But yeah, I will see you next time. Peace.